Let me start by saying thank you very much for the organizers of the seminar for having allowed me to be part of it. Our talk today is on topogenous orders induced by pointed and co-pointed endofunctors. This talk was motivated by the work of Jikani and Julie, who introduced the notion of closure operators on abstract categories. And this notion of categorical closure operators has played a very important role in allowing one to study a number of topological properties in abstract categories. This way, his way of thinking eventually inspired other authors to take a similar approach and introduce the interior and neighborhood operators for categories. But since for the topological space, it's well known that the closure, interior, and neighborhood provides three equivalent ways of describing a topology. A number of authors have been interested in understanding how do these three operators relate on an abstract category where there is no topology. It's in trying to find a nice relationship between the three operators that the notion of topogenous order has been introduced on category. And indeed, this notion allows one to study the three operators in one setting. So our talk today aims to further study the topogenous order on abstract categories.
Just one thing, Minani, one second.
Yes.
On your screen, can you minimize your screen because we can't see the slides.
Minimize the screen.
No, minimize your, that's it,
So can you see me right now?
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. So I was saying it's in trying to find a nice relationship between the three operators on abstract categories that the notion of topogenous orders has been introduced. And indeed, it has been shown that it provides a unified approach to the three operators. But for us to be able to really define these operators on abstract categories, we need a categorical notion that allows us to consider subspaces, structures in abstract categories. And for this reason, we shall fix a category C on which we work, and a class M of all a fixed class of monomorphisms of C that we are considering as if it's the class of embeddings. And this class, we assume it to be closed under composition and contains all the isomorphisms of C. Once we have this class with these properties that we've labeled above, we can now define the notion of subobject of an object X in C to be a monomorphism M in the domain X. And because we are interested in all the subobjects and objects, we shall always write sub-X to mean all the subobject of an object X that is also a monomorphism in M with codomain X. So this class, we order it by saying that a subobject N is less than a subobject M whenever one can find a subobject that you propose with N yet N. Of course, with the assumptions that we have of class M, we can easily deduce that our sub-X of each object is a complete lattice, and the largest element in that lattice is the identity morphism on the object. Another important consequence of those assumptions is that there is a linear factorization of morphisms in C. That means that each morphism in C can be factored as a morphism, as a composition of a morphism in M and a morphism in E. Of course, the easy example that one can think of here the category of topological spaces, and take M to be a class of embeddings, is a class of surgery continuous map, and then we have that every continuous map can be factored through its image. That's a basic example of field factorization. And furthermore, we also have that each morph is induced an image pre-image adjunction. And the image of the subobject will always be thought of as the component of the composition of the EM factorization composition of F and M. And the pre-image we normally as the pullback of the subobject along the model. Let's also note that besides having an image adjunction, we shall sometimes assume that the pre-image also commutes to the level of subobject so that it can help both left and right adjoint. And the right adjoint we shall simply denote it by F star. Now, once we put the notion of subobjects in the category, we can now define what is a closure operator on the category C. And the closure operator will simply be a family of maps from sub X to sub X. And each of those maps must be expansive, monotone, and satisfy the continuity condition. Again, this example that one can think of in the category of topological spaces, take M to be the class of embeddings, and then we see that the first closure operator satisfies exactly these axioms. So, we are not interested in understanding how the structures relate to each other. And in doing this, we like to move from the class, the conglomerate of all closure operators, to the conglomerate of the other operator that we want to relate it to. For this reason, we define CL. CL is a conglomerate of all the closure operators of C. And this class, this conglomerate, we call that it pointwise. In a similar way to the closure operator, the interior operator of C is also a family of parts, but this time not expansive but contractive, monotone, and also satisfy the continuity condition. Now, our subject to study today is on topogenous structures. The topogenous order of C is this time a family of order relations, and each of those relations on sub S must be closer than related and equal. It satisfies the property that allows it to be associative, and it must have as well the continuity condition. And here, we denote by cross the conglomerate of all orders on C. In this class, we just order it by inclusion. There is an important property of genus order that we call equality. This property will be later. We see that the topogenous order is equality. If whenever M is square less than N, then we can find a P such that M is square less than P and P is square less than N. In that case, we say order is equality. We shall see later that it has a meaning for closure, it has a meaning for interior operator. Now, we have two classes of genus orders that play a very important role. The first class is a class of those orders that preserves seed, and the second class is that those orders that preserve join. They play a very important role in the sense that the conglomerate of all the topogenous orders that preserves the meat is ordered to the conglomerate of all closure operators. And while the conglomerate of those topogenous orders that preserve join is isomorphic to the conglomerate of all interior operators. And this relationship between the closure and the order, interior topogenous order, allows us to use the topogenous order to study at the same time the closure and interior operators. Now, once we do this relationship between topogenous order, the closure, and interior, we are going now to use it as a topological notion that we study in categorical language. The next is the initial conflict. Perhaps it's well known that when one studies the topological spaces, is also interested in the way topology that is induced by a continuous map, motivated by this notion, we find here what the initial order is in respect to a topogenous order. And this is our next definition. And we can show that if the order is behaving, then the initial conflict corresponds to a closure that one can see in the idea of the closure operator in the weak topology induced by a continuous map. And similarly, if the topogenous order is not preserving, the image object, the area of we shall assume the pre-image object so that it has the right adjunct. And this is where we use it. In this case, for instance, we need this condition for us to find the interior operator coming from the initial. Now, our aim is that the topogenous order satisfies the continuity condition. But here in what context? We want to have a continuity condition with respect to topogenous orders. And the aim of defining this is because we want to construct new topogenous orders from all, like one construct spaces from forward. And one can see that our definition of continuity of dimorphisms with respect to two topogenous orders is just an extension of the continuity of the topogenous order. And because topogenous orders correspond to the operator, and some corresponds to the closure operator, we can express this definition in terms of interior and in terms of closure. This is exactly what this proposition says. Next, our aim is to construct new topogenous points. But for us to do it, we want to use a categorical notion called the point endofunctors. A point endofunctor on a category is the pair consisting of functor from the category to C. In fact, an endofunctor and a natural transformation. And because of the natural transformation, each morphism C, we have a such a commutative diagram. And we have to notice, earlier we saw that our categories are still to have a linear factorization of morphisms. If each theta x is a new morphism, I simply say that our point in the functor is E-pointed. Now, in what follows, we want to show that if one has a topogenous order on the category C and a point functor on C, one can construct a least topogenous order on C for which each theta x is continuous. We put it in the manner that one constructs the weak topology for which induced by a morphism. Earlier we defined what is the initial morphism with respect to the topogenous order, and in this theorem, to be able to construct the topogenous order for which each theta x is continuous, we assume each x being initial with respect to the topogenous order, and one can see that the order that we define in this theorem just simply says n equal less than n if only theta x is initial with respect to the topogenous order. Of course, it also affects is for the topogenous order that we define. That means if it's the whole topogenous order is in the polarity, then the newly constructed also in the polarity. The proof has got 3 steps. We have only to check that the newly constructed topogenous order is indeed a topogenous order. That means it satisfies the 3 axioms of the topogenous order that we get earlier on. We need to show that the least one, that means if one finds another topogenous order, such as that eta x is continuous with respect to the old one, then it must be final and the newly constructed. So this is a proof. The first step just uses a definition. Next, we use the fact that for each morphism we have the commutative diagram with eta s and eta y. And next, we use the continuity condition of the topogenous order that is earlier on. The last thing is just put n being the index of t, and we get continuity condition. The next step shows that each eta x is continuous with the newly constructed topogenous order and the all. It just follows from the construction of the new topogenous order. And to show that the least one, we have to take another topogenous order such that each eta x is continuous. It shows that this order is the final than the old one. That is the last. That is the step. And lastly, if the old topogenous order is interpolative, then the newly constructed is the interpolative. The proof follows from the fact that each eta x is in it, and the old one is interpolative. Now, a particular case of the notion of complexity. If one has a full subcategory of category C, we shall say that the category A is referring to C if the inclusion factor of A, C, S, Y, are joined. And in this case, theta joint is called the converter, and it's the particular case of the pointed inner factor. Using that, we can show that for any complex subcategory, one can construct a topogenous order, one can construct a topogenous order for which each conception morphism is continuous with respect to topogenous orders. And here that shows us if the old one is the polar, when the newly constructed one is by the respective subcategory is also interpolative. This is just a particular case of the previous theorem. The proof is done in a similar way. Now, we note that the topogenous order allows to start both closure and interior at the same time, because closure and interior are seen as particular topogenous orders. Using that relationship, we can now show that if one has a point in the factor of the topogenous order that is mixed, then we can construct the largest topogenous order on C, and that makes each eta x continuous. So it is a new order. And furthermore, if the order is interpolative, then the closure of them is important. This is because if the topogenous order is mixed, and if the interpolative, then it just corresponds to the unimportant closure of the rate. The similar cases of state for interior operators, but every time for interior, we assume the condition that the image commutes with the real subject. And doing so, we start the least interior operator for which each eta s is continuous. And of course, also, it's the interior operator is interpolative, is the idempotent, then we need to construct is also idempotent. Here, the condition that E must equal is still assumed. Next, what is that dualized somehow the result that just obtained. We define the area as the initial topogenous order. Here now we define the final. And the final morphism is very easy to define. The morphism defined with respect to the order if it lets the order. That's what the definition says. Again, because of the relationship between closure and interior, we can find the final morphism in terms of closure and the final morphism in terms of interior operators. Next, before we get to the next result, let's recall this commutative diagram because we shall use it. The lemma says whenever one has a commutative diagram, we can also apply the image assumption that is used by every morphism as we saw earlier on. As these two they will be important for our result. Now, the next is that this time when we put the co-pointed endofunctor, the co-pointed which is a pure of the pointed functor that is the area on, if we point it, each of these marks has to also be the key. Then we can this time construct the largest order for which each of these morphisms is continuous with respect to the old and the new one. We can see that this is employing, this is just assuming that each of these morphisms must be continuous with respect to each of these morphisms must be with respect to the topogenous order. Again, the proof is got 3 steps. Just to first check that the topogenous order that is across the 3 axioms of the topogenous order that they are satisfied. We must show that each of these morphisms from co-pointed continuous with respect to the 2 topogenous orders. We must that is the last one. That means if one finds another topogenous order satisfying this condition, it must be far coarser than the old topogenous order. T1 and T2 are normally satisfied. To show the continuity, we only use the we use also the previous commutative diagram to get the continuity condition of the newly constructed order. To see that it's continuous, it follows from the definition. And the last we see that is the largest. It clear that whenever one has a topogenous order satisfying this condition, is coarser and newly constructed. A particular case here, like the so-called factors that the complex subcategory provides a particular point in the factor. Here, we also that the co-reflective provides a particular co-pointed image. And with that, we can also say that whenever one has a reflective subcategory of Z, we can construct a large order for which each reflective morphism is continuous with respect to all genus order and the newly constructed, that is the one used by the reflective subcategory. And the proof follows from the previous is just steps. Now, what follows here is particular cases for closure and procedure. Once one has constructed it for order, it's not justified to do it for particular cases. It's just to take a neat preserving topogenous order in the case of the very preserving topogenous order to get the closure and interior operators corresponding to the topogenous order. And this allows us to construct the least topogenous order for which each of these parts from the co-pointed in the factor is continuous with all the closure operator. A similar case to the interior operator when each module commutes the image commutes to the journal object, then we can also find the interior operator by just assuming the to be joined exactly as we saw in here. Now, let's take one or two examples and see what happens. The examples that we get, we have two examples so far. Two progress, in progress, much examples are expected to come after. Let's consider the category of topological spaces and continuous maps. Here, our class E is a class of continuous surjective maps, and our class M is a class of embeddings. With that, we make factorization structure on top. And we have top node, the category of T0 topological spaces and continuous maps. It's well known that this category is for reflective. Here we saw reflective subcategory. It defines a component in the function made for 125 a list topogenous in which each reflection point is continuous to the two topogenous orders. And that's what we want to do for this example. We define a topogenous order by saying that subset A is square less than B if there is an open set between the two. Here is the topogenous order because the two first atoms are easily to be satisfied because this is just a closure, and the continuity of the image of the open is open. Now, the reflector voltage takes each topological space to the quotient. This map, every x in F2 is equivalent class, and here equivalent class of a point x is just all those x's in the closure. And this class, this topological space is T1, very long. Now, for us to construct the new topological order, we need to justify the open set must be from the initial topology induced by this map. But this map is only true. It's a quotient morphism, it's very low. Therefore, we claim that A is just square less than B if and only if one has an open set, an open subset that is of X that is between B and A. But to prove that this is the case, we just only need to apply our definition. We saw that assuming that eta x is initial. Being the initial means you have eta x of A there must be an open set between eta x A and A dash being an open morphism for open subset of the quotient space. And because of this map being on two, we can have this, and just because the image of open set is open, and we know the map, because of this map being quotient, something is open in the domain, if only its image is open in the domain. Then we have that this is the user to order induced by this is the list of coordinates order by quotient map. The next example is for co-reflective. Here, considers the category of sequentially closed topological spaces. That means those spaces in which every sequentially closed set is closed. This is for reflective. But the reflective mode is like that T1, which takes every sequential closed set to X. In fact, this is subset here. Whenever one has a T, where has now a topology of X, you can always have this topological space that is a sequential space, and this identity map is a co-reflection. Because of it being an identity, there is a topogenous order that one defines here by saying that there is a closed set between A and B. It just becomes the same. It just becomes the largest one because correlation morphism is an identity. The work is still in progress. We are expecting to get more examples after, especially from algebraic side, because our examples that we get, all of them are from topology. We are expecting to construct much examples from algebraic categories. For now, that's what I have to say today, and thank you very much for your attention.